Hello and welcome back. Just an update on what's been going on here at the Radiomechanic Laboratory. I know I haven't done a video in a while. Things have been very busy around here, but we haven't been sitting back on our heels. What we here haben, as Abe would say, is a true $10 or $10 test bench. I decided it was time to actually put one together. Now, this very large desk is in an unused office. I used to use this area. In fact, this roll-top desk that's right here used to be my office until I built the lab downstairs, and now I use the computer down there and haven't used this roll-top in a couple of years. So I figured I'd throw this desk in here. Now, this desk, lots of metal drawers for parts and goodies, and this desk was free. Absolutely free. It's an old steel desk. It's 6 feet long and 3.5, almost 4 feet deep. The perfect $10 test bench arrangement. A couple of milk crates, one here, one down at the other end, supporting some lumber I picked up at the home improvement store. That was a sum total of $9.78, I think it was, for those boards to sit on top of the milk crates and create a shelf. The milk crates were free. I got about a dozen of those, 10 years ago or so, when I bought a whole lot of antique outboard motor parts to keep my 1971 Starcraft and Johnson Evinrude alive. And those parts have been sorted. Ones I didn't need gotten rid of. And so I had the empty milk crates. And they'll work great for holding binders with information or books, or if I end up with more room, I'll fill them up with more test equipment. But they make great supports for the shelf and a place to put documentation. And on the table here we have basically all our $10 items. Now, those of you who watch me on a regular basis know I have a full-blown lab in the basement. This will be where the $10 test bench series carries on here, because everything will be a $10 item, or as close to it as we can get. Now, the oscilloscope, of course, here, this dual channel scope meter, is no $10 item. Until I can get my hands on another $10 oscilloscope. I've given so many of those away over the years, $10, $15, and $20 scopes that I've picked up at the flea markets. And didn't find any this year. Actually, I have one just up the street on loan to somebody, and I know he's not doing anything with it, so I think I'm going to ask him if I can retrieve that back. He also has one of my ham radio transceivers up there that he has done nothing with in a year. He got his tech license and is too afraid to even transmit. So we're going to go up and see if we can get some of that gear back, because he's done absolutely nothing with it in over a year and a half now. At any rate, we have an extra distortion analyzer that I had kicking around. I am taking down, or took down, the video for the giveaway because we've had no responses, and I've decided I am going to keep the small signal generator and the Heathkit frequency counter. These two I'm going to keep. And up here on the other side, we have the other signal generator with the built-in signal tracer. I do not need the signal tracer because I have a signal tracer right here. So we're going to make that one the giveaway. We'll give that away with the data precision frequency counter, which is on the top of the pile. We have 2 voltmeters here. We still have to give away digital voltmeters. In the background over there, we have the 2 analog voltmeters I want to give away. So, in an upcoming video, we'll figure out how to do that, since I've had no response from the young players. We have the 7 transistor radio sitting on the bench now. We have a dual power supply sitting on the bench. Down in here, we have a $10 soldering iron. That's an actual Hakko base unit with a Phaco Hakko soldering iron. Those of you who watched my Phaco Hakko video will know what that's all about. Down here on the bench we will also be keeping one of these Weller soldering irons up here, and if you look through my videos you'll find where I show how to make tips for those. Now these can be had at the flea markets for anywhere from $3 to $5 without the tips, and they're usually filthy. Clean them up, and my video shows you how to make homemade tips for these that are just as good as the factory tips ever were. We also have our $10 analog Heathkit voltmeter, VTVM style, but this is actually a FET-VOM. And we have our Heathkit audio signal generator, so that'll come in handy for some experiments. And of course we have a calculator up here in the top. Everybody needs a calculator in the shack. There's always something that has to be punched in and calculated, whether it's using Ohm's law or capacitors in parallel and so on. Stuff for future videos. So anyway, we haven't been sitting on our laurels. This is what we've been up to, along with everything else that pertains in life and a full-time job that's just keeping me straight out lately. But things are in the works, videos are coming, and this is just an update to let you know I'm still around and will still be doing videos. Please be patient with me. I'm the Radio Mechanic. Thanks for watching. See you.